Hey there, from what is probably the most popular and well-known beach in all of Thailand. This is Patong Beach, and today is Monday, April 28th. It is exactly 5 p.m. and the temperature is about 31 degrees Celsius. And note, popular certainly doesn't mean the best beach, because this is far from it. But it does sit near the heart of the busiest part of the island of Phuket. And this is a walk I almost didn't get to make. I meant to do it yesterday, but I had a very late start to my day, and I ended up going up to another nearby beach, which I'll talk about in a moment. And this morning, my plan was to do a live stream and finish up at this spot and then live stream a walk along the beach in the morning, but it was pouring rain, and it's been raining off and on all day. But we've been blessed with some really nice weather this late afternoon, and there's still plenty of people out enjoying the beach and the sunshine. That's the Andaman Sea. And a look to the west, as this beach is on the west side of Patong. And often when you speak to people about traveling to Thailand, they'll say things like, avoid Patong, avoid Pattaya. Those places are dirty, they're cesspools. And really, I just want to tell those people to shut up. They're really places you should come see for yourself and make your own judgment, as I think Patong is pretty awesome. Speaking of which, when I first came here back in 2017, I stayed at the hotel off in the distance there. That is now, I believe, the Paragon. It went under a different name. I have pictures of there on Facebook, and super low quality because that's how they were done back then. And there's a 4-point Sheraton, which I almost booked and stayed at right over there. But as you'll see, we're a bit of a hike from Bangla Road and a lot of the nightlife. This beach is over 2.5 kilometers long. I'm not sure if we'll be covering the entire length of the beach. And it's certainly clean enough to get out into the water. And it's so big, even though it's extremely high trafficked and very popular, you can generally find a quiet spot. There are no-go zones, as jet skis and boats need to come to the shoreline for activity purposes. I kind of wish I did my walk in the other direction. That way I'd have that sun to point the camera to for much of it. There are people parasailing. That is about 1,500 baht. It's about 60 Canadian dollars per person. And there is a local, of course, who you go up with. Some people making a sandcastle. I came here a few days ago to spend the afternoon, and it was about this busy around 2 p.m. Perhaps all the rain earlier today has led to a lot of people sort of having a delayed beach day. There's a number of loungers you can rent, usually in front of the zones where you can go out and swim. They cost about 200 baht for two, and you get the lounger all day until they pack it away. And you'll be able to buy cocktails and beers and fruit smoothies and that sort of thing. There are lifeguards on patrol, and I think those whistles you hear are people going out in the no-go zones. There go some parasailers. And some people renting jet skis. I don't like it when you're negative on videos about Thailand, but do be careful if you're going to rent a jet ski. In fact, I would just say don't do it. Often what happens is they get returned, and I know someone this happened to, and they'll claim there's damage on it that wasn't there before, and they'll start, I want to say extorting you, but charging you, or trying to charge you large amounts of money to pay for that damage. What's kind of funny is my first experience here back in 2017, growing up in the West and never having been to Southeast Asia, I was kind of like, this is it. This is a big famous Thai beach. I've been on better beaches in Florida and of course the Caribbean. But all you have to do, if this isn't to your liking, is order up a Bolt or a Grab or negotiate with the tuk-tuk. And there are some real world-class beaches just a short drive away from here. My favorites personally are Kamala Beach, which is about 20 minutes in that direction, and it costs about 230 baht. So like less than 10 bucks by a Bolt. I'll pick you up right at your hotel and take you right to the beach, and then do the same in reverse when you're done. I was at Kamala yesterday, and a little bit further than that is Surin Beach. Both of those beaches are fantastic. They're much quieter than this. And there's a lot of lovely restaurants you can eat at with a view of the water. I almost said ocean, but this is the sea. There's people out with metal detectors. That's really common along these beaches. And so if you grab a beach chair, you'll have people trying to sell you sunglasses. That's how I got these totally real and not at all fake Ray-Bans for 400 baht. I probably should have paid a little bit less, but I asked how much they were. He said 1,000 baht. I shook my head and kind of laughed, and he knew no one's paying 1,000 baht for that, and I countered 300, having purchased sunglasses for around that before. And he said 4, and I was like, you know what? Sure, that's still a little bit too much, but this guy needs to eat and make a living. It's fair to me. I was just sitting on my lazy ass by the beach, and he came up and brought me a nice selection of sunglasses that are actually pretty high quality from the lens perspective. That was awkwardly worded, but it's always good to help support locals. I'll let you know when we get to Bangla Road, which is near the heart of the nightlife. It's kind of amazing how busy it is, given that it's 10 after 5 right now. I'm certainly no travel snob. If someone said they wanted to come to Patong and stay by the beach, I would say thumbs up, do it. I saw some people that were sunbathing topless here earlier, right around this stretch. I was wondering, is that even legal in this country? I'm not sure. One thing I really like about this beach is, this might sound like a weird thing to praise, but how packed and hard the sand is. I've been wearing shoes up and down it instead of my slides. I'm getting no sand in my shoes. Really powdery sand. Tends to just go right into your shoes, and that's a bitch to get out. Or bugger, I should say. One potential negative, if you're alone or with just another person and you want to go into the water and you kind of have that paranoid feeling of leaving your phone or wallet at the chair, there is quite a distance between you and the water. I guess that's due to the tide. I've stayed at beaches like yesterday where you're, well, yesterday is not a good example, but some beaches where you're pretty much right up on the water and you have an easy time keeping an eye on your stuff. I'd probably get one of those waterproof pouches. I think we might be witnessing a jet ski scam here. That looks like a cop. And these tourists are back and they're inspecting the jet ski. And they're probably being told they damaged something. They're looking at pictures. I don't want to stand there and hold my camera in front of a cop, but that happens all the time here. Maybe it's just the case that you can't take a jet ski out without getting it damaged. They all seem to be Yamaha wave runners and some Sea-Doos in the mix. There's a Sea-Doo coming out. But yeah, it's just not worth it. Even if you're the world's biggest jet ski aficionado. And really, does it lower the damage or lower the value of a jet ski to have a little chunk of paint or a small ding in it? Probably not. And in a few hours, there'll be some restaurants set up along the beach. I'm not sure if there's fire shows on this beach, which is quite common in Southeast Asia at night. There was an incident a few months back where an Australian tourist hit someone, and I think they hurt them quite badly with their jet ski, and they took off. And now they are rightfully so rotting in a Thai jail. Game of soccer breaking out. That place up there, Barracuda. It looks like a beach club. There's a road that runs parallel to the beach. It's a one-way road. And there's one that runs parallel to it, but in the opposite direction, just north of here. Oop, I hope I don't photobomb someone's picture there. That's a lie, I don't really care if I do. Sounds lively. I just see people sitting around relaxing. Might be quite a spot. I'm not that familiar with Patong. Admittedly, I haven't been here in a very long time. You can certainly check out Alex's channel, Phuket Walk, and his wife, Sign, Roam with Sign is her channel. For more information, I'm sure there's a host of travel videos as well in this area. I could fill you in better than I ever could. I think Kuta Beach would probably be the second most popular here in Phuket. But Phuket is quite huge. I think there's a little under 500,000 people living here, and about 15 to 20,000 in Patong. That's the tallest tower in the area. There's a lot of Airbnbs in there. If you're looking for an Airbnb, that seems to be an excellent location. I did a video earlier today of where I am staying, the M Social, up by the Jungslan Shopping Center. Krabi is also home to another beach that would be a contender for the most popular in Thailand. Another one would be Pattaya Beach, but that isn't at all what you'd call a destination beach. I don't think anyone goes there for the beach, but you can take a ferry from there to the island of Koh Lan, where they have some spectacular beaches. This is where I grabbed the beach chair a few days back. Another like beach club atmosphere. What's going on there with those umbrellas? There is a flag system to let you know where and when it's safe to go in. All right, and there's the foot of Bangla Road. Just over there. Oh, we got some parasailers. Whoa. That's how they end it. We've got this area here where they clear you away. No, thank you. I'm sure that guy tells people to get the hell out of here whenever someone's landing. He just said, go, go, go. Little rope hop. More people coming in for a landing. Let's get out of this area. I wonder how many sprained ankles they get. Oh, sorry. This way?
This one. Here. Okay, here. Set.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was in the line of fire there. There we go. Okay.
Okay, my friend. Picture.
There's a lot of restaurants and stuff right there. Jet ski, 2,000 baht for 30 minutes. Could cost you a lot more than that though. Nara, a spa. So I think if you're coming to Patong, there's kind of two schools of thought. One, stay right in this area. Be steps from a million restaurants and nightlife options. And have this beach at your disposal and take a very short drive to another beach if you so desire something a little nicer. Or you could stay somewhere further away and commute into this area for nightlife and shopping and that sort of thing. I'd rather have my hotel nearby as it's time to turn in. Oh, there goes a dog. And you can see they've already packed in a lot of the sun loungers in this area. And one of the really nice things about this location is you can get a spectacular sunset almost more often than not. I think every day I've been here, the sky has lit up and looked quite amazing. And this will be the end of my Thailand beach experience on this trip. Oh, there's more parasailing. I'm off to Bangkok tomorrow, and that'll just be a very short stay. Then it'll be off to Toronto. Jet ski, parasailing. 2 adults, 3,000. Banana boat. You can go tubing, 1 adult, 700. Man, this weather is perfect. There's a nice breeze. I think we're in another jet ski zone right now, or parasailing zone. These guys will be telling people to get the hell out of here pretty soon. No thanks. quite the skill that driver must have to be able to land it down in this zone every time. Of course, quite the team of people. Apparently White Lotus was mostly recorded here. It was allegedly set in Koh Samui. Allegedly it was set in Koh Samui, but most of the filming was actually done on Phuket. There's been some speculation as to what the actual resort was, but it's believed to be one that's a bit north of here. Jet skis. Parasailing is really popular here. We are almost at the southern edge. Okay, there's a Thai, Canadian, and French flag up ahead. We're gonna head down towards the water. When I do these in my sandals, I often kick them off for a bit and walk through the water, which has actually been fairly warm the last few times I went in. It's also worth noting there's tons of day trips out to like the PP Islands and other sites worth seeing. I did all that stuff my first few times here. Making speedboats and long rides on catamarans and that sort of thing tend to make me feel a bit motion sickness, or a bit of motion sickness, so I usually opt to just stay where I am. There is a beach called Freedom Beach I once went to. And it's kind of secluded. I just remember the water there being super turquoise. I'll see if I have any pictures of it. But if you're coming to Phuket and you're a fan of beaches, look that one up. These guys have mostly Sea-Doo jet skis down here. By Canadian, I guess. right, now it's not so picturesque. Coffee cups washing up. I think at night you have people smoking up and having some drinks down here. Slamming their Red Bulls and that sort of thing, and you get some litter, but for the most part it's very clean. Look at this guy. I think this is about as good a place as any to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this one. Walking south down the famous Patong Beach here in Phuket, Thailand. It's a very fun area to stay. No shortage of incredible food and fun nightlife. World-class beaches, maybe not this one, but the surrounding ones. And super duper friendly locals. There's some nice, I want to say hotels, but condos up in the mountains. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to film an exclusive video for members heading back to the hotel. So I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way, eh? So here from Patong, this is me bidding you adieu. Thanks for watching. Yoink.